Mic check. Mic check. Oh, there we go. Yeah, man. I'm having some technical difficulties. I had to log in from the computer, but we here. So how we gonna play this? Yeah. All right. So we got that. Yeah, we back on track, man. Actually doing it from my computer at the house instead of my phone. I got this mic. Oh, turn that sound down. See, adjust the. Let me just stay away from it like I do because it's pretty good right there. But basically, what this topic is the money, man. We're gonna be talking about the money, how the money is gonna be rolling in for the 2020. I'm sorry, 2022. So, you know, I always do streams talking about money, talking about getting that collard greens together, you know. And we got somebody already popping in. What's going on? Let me change one of these. Bam.
She, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think good.
Okay. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me? Thank you, fellow. Yeah, um, yeah, solo with it. Mike, trying to see. I might have to just shut one down for my real deal. You still there? You might be doing something. But basically, like I say, it's all about the money. So we're gonna be doing some things as far as getting people involved in money. Far as right now, with yourself trying to get your credit repair, Real Deal Finance does credit. So let's check him out and get your credit repaired. You know, that's one of the key things. Buddha, how you doing, lady? So that's one of the things that you got to do as far as going into the new year, getting your credit together. You know, if you want to buy a house, what is your next move? You know, what are the things you're trying to progress to do for the new year? You know, get business established, properties. What is your end goal? And we're gonna try to start discussing that, far as a little bit right now. And what is gonna be the end goal for people, for the new year? Let's see. There. All right. Might end up just closing this one out and just doing it for my. I'll leave it open. But there's two people that's killing me. Let me try to change the avatar for one of them. All right. So you back?
Okay. Now can you hear
Yeah, we can hear you good.
me?
All right. So I'm
Okay.
change this avatar right now, so I know which one is the computer. All right. Make sure I stay
Cleared up my
available.
schedule, Rashid, so we can be on here as long as you need, man.
All right.
So I cleared
Let's
up the
go.
schedule so we can talk about anything that your audience needs to talk about. So real estate investing, crypto, along with his IT career, I'm full for 2022. Well, shit, respect to you. Respect to you, Buddha, man. Yeah, that's definitely something that be able to work and build on. So pretty much the whole stream that I did today, he was getting up all of the situations and plays when it comes to credit unions, who's giving out the best funding.
So basically, I got on the screen right here. I was talking about this earlier, and
Hmm.
pretty much that's one of the key things you was talking about on your panel that's not on there, and that is the private lenders. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Coming in, and a lot of people they stressed out with the actual, trying to finance and going the conventional way. Now we have another option. Like I said, the conventional way, a lot of people don't run through that. FHA is majority, which people go through. USDA loans, that's what I'm interested in now, trying to move out of the city. And VA for those who are the military, you know, they know that pan, that'll be good for them. So I'm gonna start throwing some things up. I might even play a couple of Alonzo's videos and do a breakdown of that as well, and start having a discussion, man. Because when it come down to it, like I keep saying, fix your credit, get things together. Start of the new year. Everybody has New Year's resolutions. What are the New Year's resolutions regarding making money? You know, what is the New Year resolution far as taking care of the family business? You know, finances, getting things together, buying, selling, flipping, whatever people want to do. And shout out to Real Deal. He actually just dropped personal number. Anybody's looking for deals. Okay. I think the link is at the top, but I'll go ahead and do it again. But yeah, getting people involved, man, that's the key. What are we doing for the new year? What are we trying to accomplish? And going into the new year, what about stocks, ETFs, crypto? There's multiple ways of making money, man. So for a lot of people that's out there, like I was just telling someone earlier, the kids are coming in strong. They pretty much have, to the degree, things are being set up with them so they can win in the future. With us, we have to take that next step. And, so you want to go into real estate first for
Yeah,
people
man. So
looking at
let's
homes.
let's dig deep into that. Let's look at cheap, affordable properties that are on Home Snap as well, so we can give a visual correlation. And let's give a couple of narratives.
Okay. So starting off, like I say, with the housing market, depending on what you're looking for, you can go conventional if you have the money. Best thing is a lot of people, I tell them the most of the time is build your credit. You know, that's the key thing. You can't buy a car without credit, to a degree, new cars, unless you put just buying it straight cash. You know, anything you're trying to buy, you know, getting finance, you need your credit. This at any angle, you need credit. Even with business, same thing. You're gonna need credit. So having an understanding how credit works, that's the biggest thing where a lot of people not taking advantage of. Knowing how credit works, knowing what you need to do to get approved. because there's one thing to actually go down there and run the process of trying to get approved, but knowing that guarantee is setting you better than most. Because we can have the arguments all day about how we have the issues of being held behind because of certain issues, but everything you have in play, your credit is up to par. You don't have any bad inquiries. You had everything taken off, had everything adjusted. That's the key.
And also understanding the underwriting as well. So your underwriting criteria of how the lender does view you when it comes to business, because I have a lending situation that I gave everybody. ARF Financial, they're a credit union that is very lender friendly, but they don't lend extremely well to trucking companies, but they do very well when it comes to brick and mortar businesses and also electrician, you know, blue collar type situations. So, that's where the underwriting understandings of your lender comes into play.
And
Because,
you say ARF Financial?
yes, so they give up to $500,000, and it's a soft pull on your credit. So I find all of the soft pulls, and even if it's a hard pull, I have another avenue where people can be able to at least get some type of funding from it being approved, even when it's a hard pull. But ARF Financial is a company where they're literally based off of one measurement, and that's literally off of your business statement loans. Your business statement, you got to be having around $6,000 to $8,000 a month. And if you can do that, they're very lender friendly where they can give you around 50 to 60,000 based off of your FICO being around 650 to 700. They'll deal with you. So yes, getting a security credit card is also very good as well. I pretty much tell people to always focus on getting two good solid primaries, three good authorized users, and getting the gas cards when it comes to the BP and Shell gas station secure gas cards. So they'll give you the $500 back when it comes to BP. So,
Yeah, Wick as well. I used to run a non-emergency train station,
mhm.
and Wick, they deal with all the gas companies. They deal with the truckers. In my business I work at now, they have Fuel Man, which is a part of the WIC service that actually is accepted just like Visa as far as the truckers for fuel. And you have for residential, same thing as that. I mean, a lot of people don't even understand. At your job, filing for your clothes, everything, the deductibles, going into business, for yourself, selling, major tax write off, far as tax breaks, driving to work, uniforms, all that stuff you can claim on your taxes. And to be a business, it's even more greater. I mean, the, I do deliveries, and there's tons of people who I deliver to and work with. All of them had home business, at home business. And most of the time, these companies are ordering every week. And there's some of the companies that, since I've been working there for the past 2 years, they only order one time a year, right before the season in, so they can file that for their taxes. So it's a big cut, man. Learning the taxes, the tax breaks for business, and taking advantage of all the finances that come with business. So a lot of people got to step up this year, learning. Like I keep saying, the information is out here. A lot of people, they don't take advantage of that, and that's the key thing, man. All the stuff that people complain about not being taught is on the internet. Take advantage of it. And keep dropping off. You there?
Yeah.
All right.
But when it comes to another good situation, when it comes to taxes, is understanding carryover, where if your expenses, you can be able to carry that over for the next tax year as well. So, you know, that's another beauty thing when it comes to reinvesting and also having some type of delay involved. So, delayed gratification helps everybody out. When everybody wants a distribution check out of their business, that hurts your ability to be able to get favorable tax plays on your side. So distributions on each check, meaning that $3,000 a month you're getting every month. Mm-mm. Keep that back in the business. Reinvest in marketing. Reinvest in your labor costs. Making certain situations happen when it comes to your supplier chain. So uh, you're pretty much based off of two things in real estate. If you got the credit cashed out on your personal and have it from credit to cash, then have another lender to be able to use for a 90% or 85% LTV, then you have a great play on your hands where you can be able to leverage that from 4 or 5 properties. If you can be able to find some good deals like that and getting a construction loan added to those as well, give you a good fix and flip if you're in a hot area. So me and Rashid, we focus on Marietta, we focus on Alpharetta, we focused on Decatur, and we saw a couple of properties in Decatur that was in the range of 150 to 200. So the rents right there is around $1,200, $1,400 a month easily. So Alpharetta is more expensive, but Decatur is where the positioning is good. If you can find somebody that has any type of delinquencies, so even if you don't have the ability to be able to qualify for any conventional loans, as long as you get the property under contract, somebody's going to be able to lend you the money due to the fact that you have an LLC. There's transactional funding. Dave Dinkle is actually a well-known lender. He'll provide loans based off of you having it under contract, and you can be able to get deals like that or seller financing subject to. So there's multiple ways how to get access to a property. Master leases for commercial buildings, but with a master lease, you got to put up $15,000 to $20,000. So, like conventional home loans, people can really sidestep with that and go get them a private money lender that has it where it is a low down payment, but in exchange at the high interest rate of 6 to 8%, sometimes 10. So what we got on the screen, Rashid? Establish a legal entity for your business. The DUNS number as well. Also having a DUNS number, but all this criteria will help them get what they need. So the address that has to be registered, 411 Yellow Pages. Then you have all of your stuff from DUNS number created and also your SAMS.gov number, SAMS number, so you can get bidding on contracts. That's more or less important. That should be added on this list as well. Because we already understand our legal entity LLC S corporation. We already understand that the EIN you can get for free. So EINs are free. DUNS number, you can be able to get to that with no problem. Get you a Uline. Uline is good for business credit as well. So Uline actually is something that can be able to help you. Plus, another credit union is Andrews Federal Credit Union. It's better than Navy Federal, and that's Andrews. I'm gonna put that in the chat as well. So that's Andrews Federal Credit Union. So I'm gonna put that in the chat for y'all. Plus, with Andrews, you don't have to deal with all that red tape Because with Navy Federal, they're very lender friendly, but they have a lot of red tape involved. So that's the link right there.
And that's good, man. Get a lot of people involved. Like I say, for the new year, holding people accountable, man. A lot of people don't want to be held accountable. That's I always tell people who have informative channels, you gotta actually take one on the chin when it comes to this because a lot of people, man, don't want to be held accountable for actions. You know.
Hmm. So Andrew's business underwriting is very flexible. And Key Bank, that's another one you can look up as well. That I keep telling and preaching to everybody. But Andrews, they're better than Navy Federal because the interest rates there are slightly higher, but there is no balance transfer fees that you
Mm.
got to pay. That and AOD Federal Credit Union as well. So I mentioned that on my channel as well. So Andrews is a good play. Key Bank is another play. Carver Financial, that's another lender friendly.
And there's Key Bank right there.
So they have the no doc business loans. So you get involved with them on the business side, and they have their criteria where up to $50,000, no questions asked. Only thing you really need is to make sure that your credit is at the highest possible. Make sure that
Mm.
that bad boy is beyond 700. If
And
it's
that's with your
750,
personal, right? Let's get everybody
yes,
on the same page with your personal, and the personal carries over to the business side because if you ain't
yes,
established business credit, your personal credit is the starter for your business.
yes. That's only how somebody will give you anything unsecured, where you're not looking at your revenues, they're looking at your personal finances and also your FICO. So CPNs is for people for jobs, man. CPNs, SSN, and also EIN loans are all for people with jobs and strong financial credit.
Mm.
So as much, the starter funding that I can get people is 5 to 10. $30,000 is for people that has moderately good stuff. And with ARF Financial, if you have a home, they will actually give you more lending because you are a stable type of risk for them. So that means ARF Financial is a credit union that says that, okay, you got a $250,000 property, you got $80,000 in income. How much do you want in loans? So for all my people that do own properties, listen up, man, listen up. So Key Bank is no doc business loans. The personal loans, they're very lender friendly, but you want to be able to initiate yourselves with them personally. So open up a checking account does not hurt.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to sling this over with the YouTube, and I actually split the screen now. All right, let me remove this because I'm actually trying to go into Alonzo's video as well and do a little bit of credit, and then we're gonna go into some insurance to actually help you as well. I think I gave Lonzo the link, so he might be coming up. Oh, yeah, somebody else is there in the building. So basically, when it come down to it, regarding secure credit cards, unsecured credit cards.
Mm.
I'm just starting off,
Oh man, we can barely hear you.
yeah, my bad. I had hit the But I was saying, far as secure credit cards, unsecure, what is the best fit for that?
If you're a driver, BP and Shell gas station works. No
I
matter
mean,
if
just
you're
in
a truck,
general, just regular person
well
trying to get
that
that
helps.
credit report.
Well, that helps on 80 Paydex score when it comes to the business side. So that will get you an 80 Paydex score in business, no matter what who the person is, no matter what is the situation, the occupation. That can get you an 80 Paydex score. The regular person should focus on one. If they don't have any heavy inquiries or they have no credit, be able to add some trade lines on that thing that still is valid. So the primary trade lines that I told everybody to get involved with was rent reporters. That's something where you can add to your rent. Experience boost. That's easy. That's something that's massively advertised. Then three, you would go to a situation of credit strong, get the $15,000 line of credit, add it to your credit profile. Average person can do that. So within 3 to 4 months, they can have the business credit funded off of the strength of one, they did everything that they need on the trade line end, plus authorized users, and you can piggyback off of your, say if you had a built up a CPN, you can use the LLC and your CPN to coincide with each other and to be able to navigate funds from one end to the other and to be able to reinvest in more stuff. So if you got $30,000 in credit funding, $8,000 from that credit funding can go to Key Bank. Then you can be able to have that opening checking account. They see that you could be able to open up a fat deposit. Then you go to Andrews Credit Union, you open up a checking account and fund that account as well. And you keep that history going. You keep putting in money, you keep setting aside monies, keep making sure that your trade lines is at $10,000 to $20,000 per limit, 5 years in age, and make sure that if you can pay down some of your debts that you do have that you spend, because there's people with $3,000 in credit cards that can pay it down to $1,500 in a month, and also get extra as a DTI situation that can lower your debt to income ratio. That's also another valid play as well. So you try to
Yeah,
be
let's go.
make sure that everything is structured based on on those levels. And Capital One, they're very lender friendly. So for trade lines, you can get anything with Capital One. Have your income verification at 55 to $65,000. You can get funded for 40,000. And don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know. So
Now, I was saying, let's get into the aspect of building your credit.
okay, so
So basically, you have certain different, well, just pretty much different companies that you can work with. I'm gonna throw one on the screen right now, and that is My Club Jewelers. You establish them. It's $100 for the year for the membership. You actually buy $150 worth of jewelry or something to the degree. So you're looking at about 250. I mean, look at these rings. The cheapest thing right here, you know, 150. You trying to get close to that is this right here. These earrings, the studs. You buy those pretty much on the strength. A lot of guys to a woman, they want those anyway. Turn around, the 150 membership, you're getting $5,000 on your credit. And going into, trying to buy a home or actually get approved for another credit card, they're going to look at a jewelry company giving you $5,000. And if they trust you with that same, they're going to go about the same process. So, going from there, what is one of the other ones that you normally deal with? Yeah, because I know you said when the other day about it.
National Credit Direct.
National Credit
N-
Direct. Okay.
National Credit Direct. That's another good line of credit that can be able to build on your profile.
So with National Credit Direct, how do they work?
Same method.
Just put down
Same
a certain
method. Put down a certain amount and they'll report on your file.
okay. And how much did they report?
10,000.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Like I said, my club jeweler, they report 5,000. So this is the site right here. I mean, this is pure game right here, man. Trying to get people established, getting their credit together, getting the resources right now. So it's
So
basically
they're
up to you.
still reporting. They're still reporting. So they
Yeah.
report on
So it's
people's credit
basically,
profile. No, go ahead, finish, man.
I was just saying, basically, it comes to certain people. It's on you if you willing and wanting to have that, thing situated. I've already gave you my club, National Credit Direct. When it comes down to it, real deal finance. A lot of people you're trying to get credit repair, you know, loans, getting your business credit established. Those are the key things. When looking, we got the person right here that you can deal with.
Because the
Or
limits,
go ahead.
because the limits can be higher when it comes to credit strong. Add those, that's 15. Credit strong, give you another 15, that's 30.
Yeah, and taking those into account when you're actually trying to buy a house, your debt to credit ratio. That's what they're looking at when they're giving you those loans. You know, then going into not to mention your job, how much money you make, and a lot of people who are actually taking advantage of these business. You know, Ebo Sosa, shout out to you, man. Another truck driver. He does beats. He needs to go ahead and make a business for his beats. Get his EIN number set up. Uh, get an account, articles incorporation through the state, so you have your
Operating
LLC
agreement.
together. Yep.
Operating agreement, so everything is organized. Buy and sell agreement if he's bringing in other people. Another thing that he should always focus on is keeping his invoices. So like we said earlier, so he can be
Com-
able to make sure that he get access to that lending.
Yeah, complete tax write off. You know, when you're doing this, far as like I say with me, I have a business aside from me actually working a job. So I have far more greater tax breaks than most people. You know, just filing, keeping receipts. I mean, to a degree, getting a credit card, getting an account, solely responsible for, filing taxes. When it come down to it, you're not picking and choosing throughout the year. All you're doing is just basically taking all of the money from that card, all of the spending, everything, straight to your account. And all they're doing is just basically running it down, totaling everything up, filing for your taxes. To a degree, I always tell people when you get to a certain point, you need to just stop filing for yourself. I mean, I know 10, what is it? W-2s are easy. You know, you just go in there, plug in how much money you made, hit the state, hit the federal, drop all the way to the end. There you go. If you're not itemizing. But to the point of you're itemizing, like I said, when I used to work at my other job, even with this one now, anytime I buy a pair of shoes, I can file that on my taxes. If I buy a pair of Jordans, I could buy 10 pair of Jordans that year. I file all those Jordans on my taxes. And I'm going to be using those throughout the year, rotating them because most of the people know when you scuff your shoes, you start working them, you start playing basketball, cutting grass. Those are work shoes. Even with uniform. If you don't have a uniform and you're buying your clothes, another thing that you can file for your taxes. There are a lot of multiple things. Even people with home business, you can file a portion of your house on your taxes. So taking advantage of the business credit and having a business established all in one, man, is a win. A lot of people not understanding that. It's just a win all the way around. And shout out, like I keep saying, everybody sub to Real Deal Finance, man. It's plain and simple. Name says it all. Talk about financial things, goals, business, real estate, fixing your credit. And for those truck drivers out there dispatching,
So when it comes to situations on getting a high limit, no hard pull, capital on tap is something that another thing you need to look at and be able to click on the link as well. So that's another thing that can be able to help people, help the dudes out when it comes from a situation if they already have good credit. Okay, cool. But that has a no hard pull and they're very lender friendly. So that means if Chase Bank, if they're going to give you 15, this company more than likely will give you 40, 50 around that range. So that is capital on tap. They have no hard pull. Income verification situation is kind of light, very lax underwriting. Fintech companies, they give the most lending. We talked about SoFi Bank, another fintech lender, Marcus Loans, Marcus Bank. So that's connected with Goldman Sachs. So that's Goldman Sachs connection. So they have personal and they have business credit as well. If you have a 700 credit score, this is the company to go. They'll give you more money. So that's based off of your strength of your credit.
yeah.
That's
And
the
a lot of
strength
people
of your
that's
credit right there.
talking about, being frugal with your money, spending, over time, watch what you're doing. They're giving you the rundown, up to $50,000 credit limit. It's nothing more to
So,
ask. So go ahead.
so, it's a soft pull. So they going on the basis of your age, of your trade lines, your limit, and also your job and income verification. So that means whatever is your income on your first application has to be matching on this application. So it has to match and coincide with each other. So that means bank statements, need those, pay stubs, need those. And also, certain companies have it where they'll call on the phone. But these fintech companies pretty much do it off of automated algorithm. But this is business credit where it's somewhat of a scenario of you could be able to get access to it and say you play your cards right on the 50,000 in 30 to 90 days, they'll come back with you with more money depending on how fast you can pay it all back. So all my people that are like American Express card users, they will be able to use all their methods that they do with their Amex to be able to get more money and 3 times the funding. So that can go a long way when it comes to commercial real estate, even if you're in a market that is a big city, get a duplex. So you can finance that 150 into a $650,000 property. Or if you have 90% LTV type lenders, you can be able to go for the big kahuna and go all out and put that into an $800,000 property. So you take the 150 in credit and put it into that. So and business credit does not show up in the personal, so it's all shielded. So capital on tap can be a good revenue source for people to be able to shield off anything on their personal and protect the personal and make sure that 700 credit score is still at 700. So, but how many box trucks people that you know on your channel, man? How many people that you know that's in your channel? Cause I also want to create a list for anybody that has box trucks.
For the most part, not too many people in and out. They got box trucks. I mostly sub to a lot of box truck channels. There's actually a box truck guy that I just dealt with that's in Augusta. Yep, he has box trucks, and he has a guy that set people up with their authorities and everything, as far as driving the trucks and stuff.
So, do we have brokers that work with new MCs like Charles C.H. Robinson? C.H. Robinson, they're a broker that deal with new MCs because I got a couple people that actually have power onlys because I'm looking for power onlys and reefers, but I'll deal with box trucks. But when it comes to the rates, it would have to be negotiated around 275 for somebody to be profitable. Everybody try to chase for the $3, but 275. Even if you highball it to try to go for $3.30, try to be able to get it around $3. So all the truckers out there, they can be able to afford a lot of properties off of just leveraging their load income just by 2 weeks of 8 loads. So
This is a house for sale. It's got potential. It's not that bad. I mean, even with the floors, don't really see too much mold. So that's something that you can actually, let me go back to in there. Okay, roof. You can get that established through your warranty, which buying it and doing a rental. All that's gutted. So that's just drywall, throw up. Okay, right there, you're gonna have an issue with that up top, and that
how long has it been
part.
on the market?
Let's go back and look at it. 2 days, but it's saying it's a rehab. 4 bedroom. Let's see the location and see if I can zoom in on the property. That's out. Okay, I need zoom right here. And that was the one for 166. Hmm, lost it. There it goes. Right here. That's Flakes Mill, Wesley Chapel. Okay, yeah, no, this is a nicer area. Let me zoom in so you can actually see the comps over here in this area. You're looking at 400 on the max. This is a 5 bedroom. Then you got a three bedroom, 2 bath. Then you have a 375. What is this? Just land? Yeah, 4.7 acres.
Hmm.
And see over in this area, this is a good area. These are the go. This must be just the LLC for that. Okay, then you have church up here, farm. What is that street? Come back out. So farm, yes. Flat shows. Kelly Chapel, Wesley Chapel. Okay, I know this area right here. I'm actually not that far from this area. Yeah, I mean, even with that, you could probably get a 4 bedroom. You got a three for three 2 bath. You have land. a 4 bedroom, 3.5, and this is a 4 3. So you can easily get about three for that. I mean, on the low end, 300,000. But you can even jack that price down because of the maintenance and stuff like that. Like I said, new roof, you're looking at about 10. Uh, Running the carpet, drywall, floors. That bathroom has to be redone. You're looking at 50,000 already. That's not even including the kitchen. That's the other bathroom. They use a foam spray. So they were actually trying to do the reno to fix that bathroom. This can be saved. The toilet can be saved. Take all the tile off the wall, drywall it down. Even if you're gonna put tile or keep that tile, you gotta fix that wood. I mean, easily. Yeah. You got the address on this one? I just pulled it up. Oh, you gotta catch the people that's coming in. Swoop is in here. Cool J. Nah, actually, Zillow, mm, HomeSnap is a lot more reliable, but to the degree. Custom products. Okay, I've seen you before on another panel. 1G, what's going on? Like I said, I normally don't do the shout out to people that's coming in. Four Corners Custom Product. All right. So, like I said, with this property right here, you got floors. You're looking at easily about, if you get a low end construction guy, he'll come in and do all the floors. And yeah, that's wood up under there. So that kitchen's gonna have to be redid. But even with the countertops, they don't look that bad. You can actually come in, spray those counters, paint those a different colors, get all new appliances. You're looking at probably about 5,000 for the appliances. Dishwasher here. Um, you actually can go cheaper, but 5,000 to give you a better rate as far as the appliances, dishwasher, stove, and refrigerator. Paint the countertops, take the wood out in the back, the wooding panels. That's that's out of date. Drywall up here. It's showing it's wet because of the roof. Got to take that down. The wood looks saturated, but it doesn't look damaged. You don't have a lot of black mold on there, so you're good. Coming in doing the reno, easy flip, man. You know, even with the rooms, this is all carpet laying down. Carpet back in here is a whole lot cheaper than going hardwood. Even with the shower in here, like I say, they were trying to repair to a degree. You see the wood down there from letting the water not going in. Countertop right here can be easily snapped off. This is not marble or anything. Throw another one back up there, or even paint this. Have a paint on top. Has the medicine cabinet. Uh, you're peeling already, so you might as well just pull that down and you're good. Yeah. Cool J. Home Snap is a pretty good than Zillow because Zillow there's a
Very
stick.
good.
With Zillow, they can keep their stuff. Zillow, Red Door, and I forgot the other one. They can hold up to 6 months on the property after it's already sold, just to get people to come onto the sites. Home Snap, I think it's Redfin, or I forgot the other
Redfin.
one. Yeah, Redfin. Those two, they kind of stay connected with the MLS as far as the real estate agent. So 9 times out of 10, if the home's already sold, they're already taking them off. They're not playing around far as in regard to try to keep houses up to get you to gravitate to come there. Yeah, but you might need to get this address down. This is a good one. And
Yeah,
you
I
can
already took
probably
a picture on that one.
probably can hit them for, I would say, 120. Because you can get them for 120. Three, I mean, look at that 360, right? And that just show that it's upstairs, but still.
$20,000 in credit funding can get this property. If you can
Yeah.
negotiate that and beat them down at lower and get one of my lenders to be able to put up the money.
Man, considering all the work that needs to be done, the area, you can play on the area because actually for people who just own these houses that really don't know the area, flash shows in this area is pretty rich. I mean, look at the properties over here. You know, all in the 300s. Pull this down so you can see this one. It's another 4 bedroom, um, four bath, 4 bedroom, 2.5. Let's go through this look. Even though it's upstairs, but still look.
Hmm.
And it's just basic, almost as the house we just showed that was damaged. And they're wanting 350 for that. That's 2 bath. This one's three, you know.
That's a good deal. That's definitely when it comes to a scenario where you can be able to position. Damn, I'm getting severe static. But when you get good positioning, when it comes to that 110, 120 range, plus having the credit and also having certain type of scenarios with the seller of subject to. Subject to can be a very good improvising type of method you can do if you don't want to be able to fully close on it, or you can be able to wholesale the situation and also have the loan where you're pretty much wholesaling your own property while buying it. Where if me and Rashid is doing a joint venture partnership, he can have it where we're both in that JV. We can get access to that property for around 70,000. Our lender approve on it for 110. That's $40,000 split it. Plus he gets the property and he also builds on it. So that's how you can wholesale your own property if it's closing time and you can't find a buyer, but you have good personal credit and you got a good operating LLC that's real estate purposes only. So getting this a contract for 60 to 70 can be done off of a quick close. Let's look at two more other properties because we can take all this down and start studying that whole neighborhood. Find all the delinquencies, find all of the HOA loans, HOA liens that if they have in that area. So we can make at least a list of two, and I can call my lender, and we can be able to at least see what we have to do to be able to qualify to get two properties. You're going to say, Rashid?
What'd you say now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said that we can be able to take down two properties. We can be able to see what my lender says about what's the requirements of getting this done around the April, May, around that time period.
Okay.
Because those two properties in Decatur, they can be $300,000 with all of the influx of people moving in and some repair. So the repair is gonna be able to be what, 30, 40,000,
You're looking at
50, 60,000.
50, 50 to just be close on it.
Gotcha.
So 80, this drop. So this is a part. I think drops are townhouses. Yeah. Let's focus more on the houses. 190. Hmm. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Carport. I don't want to show too many pictures. Easily trying to cap. He went from 100 to the next month 180, and now this year, because the market is 189, you can easily get this property just by looking at it less than 150. I mean, 150 is pushing it. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, you know, just about a quarter of an acre. Taxes on it, 1800, 62. And where's the area? This is Pantherville, Clifton. Oh snap! Oh no, this neighborhood. I thought this was one of the houses I used to see when I go in this area. Even with this, man, this is an Airbnb all day. 60,000 right here. 2 bedrooms. I can rent the rooms out for at least 600 a piece. 73. Yeah, that's another one. 89. It's the wrong address. Saying wall drop.
Hold on, give
Okay.
me one moment. Hold on, give
All
me
right.
one moment.
I think this is the house that burnt down. Let's see. He stays down here. Second one, 70. So you got somebody in this neighborhood selling. That's not the house. That house is down here. So this is just land for 30. Hmm. Okay. Less than a point. Come back over. This area is not going for no 260. 50 for this. And what about the houses around it? I have to look at this. Look for some land over here anyway. 5 bedrooms. It's not bad, but 2 baths. That's kind of sucks. Green carpet. Can't get no worse than that. Yeah, you're not getting 255 for this. Kitchen's nice. Outdated. Green carpet. Automatically know that has to be pulled up. They're not keeping the house up. Mold. You'll be lucky if you get 180. You're gonna get close to 200 for that house. And by the means, that's what it is. Where you at, E Taylor? What part of the country you in? This is Atlanta right here. Decatur, West, Greater. Yeah, I'm looking at some neighborhoods around the corner from my house. Cause I actually want me some land. Got some trucks and stuff I need to have it put out. Sent out to the pasture. Let's see. I need to pull up the area which I'm trying to move to. My next house is down here, Ellenwood and Stockbridge. Okay, so that's the Rex. Stockbridge right here. Mm, 640, 140. What is this? Like a trailer. Yeah, too small. Lot size. Lease. Half. Can't do nothing with none of that other stuff. Fly. Okay. 3 bedroom. Next tomorrow I can go down. I don't want to go too far. Stockbridge. Commercial property. Not doing hills anymore. Doctor's office. Hey man, I here looking. Real deal got me out here looking at properties, man. I'm already looking at my other house. I'm trying to get 2 bedroom. Don't even qualify. Let me go ahead and tighten this up. Minimum of 3. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this to a screen that I'm looking at for some for me. Oh, the houses really need multifamilies. At least about I say 150 is the lowest. Bedroom, house. No HOAs. All right, there you go. And I'm looking for something that's too much not in the community. I already know all these areas. I just look at the map. Too close. Oh no, look at that garage. No land. Outdated. Still there? Little modern step up. Cabinets need to be redone. That's simple. Okay, what the land is. Oh, they trying to cap. But like I said, man, let me go ahead and go over to bring that drop down. Bring this one up. Swing over here. And we're going to deal with the great right quick. Have Zoe come up here. All right, can you hear me? Trying to add a video. It was there. Okay, there we go. Select the audio.
Salute. What's going on, folks? Today we're going to be looking at an article from lifehappens.org. And this is about who can be a life insurance beneficiary. You know the deal. So, every life insurance policy requires you to name a life insurance beneficiary. A beneficiary definition is simply who gets the payout on the life insurance policy in the event you pass away. Now, your beneficiary can be a person, several people, an estate, a trust, or a charity. So now let's look at some life insurance beneficiary tips. There's some basic things to know about naming a beneficiary, along with a few basic tips. Know that you can name more than one beneficiary. Usually on an application, you can name up to 4 beneficiaries at the initial application. But let's see here. It says you can name 1 beneficiary or 2 or more beneficiaries. You'll typically be asked which percentage of the payout goes to each person. For instance, you could designate 70% to a spouse and 30% to an adult child. Make sure to name a secondary or contingent beneficiary. So think of a secondary or contingent beneficiary as a backup. He or she receives the life insurance payout in the event that the primary beneficiary is no longer alive when the payout is being made. Be specific with names. It's best to list the names and the social security number of each beneficiary rather than something just generic like my children. This will prevent any confusion and speed up the payout process. And that's actually very important. I had a client who had a very common family name. Their last name was Smith. And the beneficiary was named Richard, ironically enough. But he had 3 Richards in his family. So we had to figure out which Richard Smith it was because he didn't leave an address, a phone number, or a social.
Hello.
So they had to figure out which Richard Smith it was. You need to keep your beneficiaries in the loop. You need to tell your life insurance beneficiaries about your plans and give them copies of the policy. This is why a lot of people end up thinking life insurance is a scam because Pop died, but he kept it to his heart that he had life insurance. So if nobody knows you have it, when you die, nobody's going to know to go get it. There's no alarm that triggers to the insurance company to pay your beneficiary. Review your life insurance policy and its beneficiaries at least once a year. In addition to an annual policy review, you want to revisit your life insurance policy after any major life event like a marriage, a birth, a divorce, or a death. Special beneficiary considerations. Think carefully about the following special considerations when naming a beneficiary. Think through how to provide for a minor. Yeah, because you don't want to make anybody under 18 a beneficiary. Providing for kids is a big reason why many people buy life insurance. Most people name a surviving parent or partner as the beneficiary, with the understanding that the payout will help cover kid-related costs. But that's not a possibility if you're widowed or if you and your spouse or partner pass away at the same time. In situations like this, it's best to name a highly trustworthy adult custodian as the beneficiary, or to work with an attorney to set up a trust to manage and distribute the funds. Whatever you do, don't name the child as the beneficiary. The law prohibits anyone from receiving a life insurance payout if they aren't the age of majority, which could be 18 or 21 depending on your state. Consult with an attorney if you have a disabled child or special needs child. You'll want to set up life insurance for a disabled or special needs child in a way that doesn't impact his or her eligibility for certain government programs like Medicaid. The best way to do that is with an attorney to set up a trust to benefit the child. Avoid naming your estate as the beneficiary. So a lot of people will get a life insurance policy and won't name anyone as the beneficiary, and that automatically creates an estate. But they're saying here, naming your estate as the beneficiary is a bad idea because it leads to a long and potentially costly legal process known as probate. For this reason, it's a better idea to name a person, people, or organization as the life insurance beneficiary. Know that there are several ways to benefit a charity. Leaving money to a nonprofit organization is one reason people take out a life insurance policy. There are 4 ways to benefit a charity: by naming it as the beneficiary, by making it both the owner and the beneficiary of life insurance policy, and by adding a charitable giving rider to a life insurance policy, and by working with a community foundation. One example of this is with people who may follow the Christian religion, and they tell you that you should tithe 10% of what you make. Now, the smart thing to do would be, why don't you tithe 5%, and then the other 5% you put into a life insurance policy, so that when, not if, but when you die, you can actually matriculate much, much more money and then donate to the church and create a much better church for the other parishioners. Get help with other special situations. There can be tax consequences and other issues if the policyholder and insured aren't the same person. Ditto if you live in a community property state and don't name your spouse as a beneficiary. Avoid any tangles by turning to your insurance agent and attorney for advice. Get help with naming.
So basically, we're going to actually go to the site. Let me see if I can slide this over. There. CG Wealth Solutions Group, LLC. All right. We're at the homepage right now. And let's go into this aspect. So right here, you're naming down, if you have kids, even with your parents, might be some young kids watching. These are the levels of insurance that your parents can actually apply for and for you to go to school. Plain and simple. Tax breaks and everything. As far as them filing with this, go back up. It's one of the things that I looked at too. And with life insurance, I have a rider policy added onto mine, just in case if anything happens, and to the degree I don't die, I get into a car accident. This policy can kick in and take care of the family, you know. You know, have some understanding. I'll do this quick video. Look at this.
The first time I met Wayne, he was extremely driven, and he had a ton of energy, and highly competent, and extremely funny.
Val is a tremendously warm-hearted, kind person. I don't think you could know a much better person. You and I talked one day on the phone, and you were kind of hitting a low point as a mom, and you said, not long ago I was dining with the president. Now I'm cleaning up oatmeal off the floor.
That was a bad day.
Yeah, it was a bad day.
That was a bad day.
You remember the conversation we had when I told you that I didn't want to work as a permanent employee anymore, but I really thought I would do better long term doing my own thing. Mm-hmm. And so career, in many ways, for me, became first while you were maintaining the home fires. It required a lot of time. Sometimes money costs too much because you can't get those days back with your kids.
It was December 30th, my daughter's 17th birthday. And I was getting ready to sort of get the house ready for the party and for Erica's birthday celebration later that afternoon.
I thought perhaps I either had a touch of food poisoning or maybe it was coming down with a stomach bug.
And we heard a sort of loud thud upstairs. And we said, let me go upstairs and check. Wayne was sort of draped over the electric piano that we had in one of the guest bedrooms. And I could tell he was struggling to stay upright.
At that point, I really sort of lost touch with what was going on around me.
He was not making any sense. He was making sounds, but not really anything intelligible. So I got closer to him and I saw his eyes were rolling. And I knew immediately he was having a stroke because the left side of his mouth drooped.
I thought she was being a bit hysterical. I was just, had some stomach bug, and that was what was affecting my equilibrium. But she had seen the signs of a stroke.
Lexi got a compress for Wayne's head, and I just kept telling Erica to make sure that they knew it was a stroke.
And that was pretty much day one for me in terms of a bad journey.
I'm gonna stop that and actually go to the next, just showing some details about this. A lot of people don't take this stuff serious, until it actually happens. Like I said, life insurance is good, but that's what it is. It's life insurance. They have death insurance to where you pay for your casket, you pay for your cremation, you pay for your burial site. That's death insurance. This is life insurance. So to a degree, a lot of people don't understand life insurance is used as a savings. So if anything happens to you, there you go. You can pull money out. You're the bank. Even in this situation right here, look what it says. Disability insurance. This guy didn't die. He had a stroke. He was able to tap into his life insurance to still live life. Once again, I keep telling people time and time again, if it takes two to run the household and something tragic happens to you, what's going to happen to your family? And a lot of people don't understand. Proper preparation makes piss poor performance. So if you're not preparing for the future, you're preparing yourself to fail as far as your family and you in life. you know, and that's the key thing. A lot of people not taking advantage of these situations, you know. So let's go to the next one. I mean, plain and simple, there's a plethora of things you can invest in, as far as for family. I mean, all the information is down here now. I actually have the code for Alonzo that he's going to give a discount for anybody that wants to do a consultation. I'm not going to give it away on this video. I'll give it on the next one, but I'm not even going to tell you of a discount that you're going to get for this unless you actually call him, and I'll give you the code on the next video. On the next video, I'm actually going to give you the code, and whatever fee he's charging, depending on you calling him and giving him that code, he's going to set the standard. You know, I can have a code for 50%. I can have a code for 100%. I can have a code for 70 or whatever. But the point of it is, who's actually going to take the initiative and do the steps and actually dealing with him? You know, to be honest, I'm actually going to cut this screen. I'm going to start another one right from here. And whoever's on, they're going to come on to the next one. And I'm going to go more into detail about this because I want to break this different than what I'm actually talking about this. Because at the beginning, this is all going to be about insurance. I don't want people to understand. Shout out to Real Deal Finance, man. A lot of people coming into the chat. You need to get in here, get his number. He's giving out the information for you. You know, go to his channel. Matter of fact, I'm going to actually do that now. Going to his channel, get people understanding. Let me remove that. And we're going to go actually go to his channel. Just want to pull it up so when everybody sees it, it's automatically popping up. And we're going to go through the motions. There. See Art's on over there. I didn't even go over there. Him. And share. Boom. All right, there we go. Sub up to the channel, people. We're gonna go Real Deal Finance right here. For all the people that was getting all the information from earlier, he's giving things going with your credit, actually getting business credit established. You know what I'm saying? CPAs. I'm sorry, CPNs. Everything get established right now. You know, people are looking into wholesaling, dealing. Call him. It's easy. Look at the panels. Look at the videos. Self-explanatory, man. Every video, one after another. It's all about money. It's all about grasping the concept. And if you come to my channel, you know this is what my channel is about. If you come to my channel, you know this is what I relate all the time regarding, you know, finance, getting yourself together, establishing real estate, generational wealth. There we go. Nothing more to say.
Okay, we are live. We are live. Let this thing marinate a little bit.
Or baseball and get money like A-Rod, or you could be like me and get money like A-Rod by having A-Rod be your client. Yeah, A-Rod is one of his clients.
Yeah, get access to his situations and his connections, because A-Rod, that's a man at $600 million. That's
Yeah,
a $600 million man, and he's involved with a lot of really. Because I've actually been into a business conference when he was in the room and he had the chance to speak, and he says situations of 1,500 apartment buildings based off of partnerships. So yeah, you dealing with a person where you rather have the access to him than to be in the same industry competing with him.
exactly.
So
So I think that's a great idea. And so for Antonio Brown, and actually you'll see a lot of celebrities, they tend to go into real estate. Real estate, the reason that I like insurance over real estate is if you were to compare them, this is going to sound manosphere-ish, but if you were going to compare them to females, real estate would be that girl in high school that everybody is fawning over, that they want to take to the prom, and everybody's fighting over taking to the prom. Insurance would be the girl that nobody was paying attention to until they saw her in the prom dress. And then everybody is like, forget the girl that everybody wanted to take to prom. I want this one who's at prom. She's actually a lot better looking. And look at that bubble, right?
Mm.
So the other beauty and difference between insurance and real estate, and mind you, I do both. Real estate is very fun to do. Don't get me wrong. It's the thrill of the deal, and the negotiation, the competitiveness. There's something tangible there. Insurance/financial services, because insurance isn't just life insurance or car insurance or whatever. You can actually set up, your 401k, your Section 529 college savings plan. There's a bunch of other products. But, we call it insurance, just like, when somebody says they're an architect and they build houses, they don't tell you that the first part is they got to dig a hole in the ground and pour in some concrete, because that's very boring. But it's the foundation, right?
Mm.
But the beauty of insurance is residual income. So if I sell you something this year, and I don't talk to you again for another 3 years, as long as you keep your policy, I'm getting paid off of that shit. Whereas with real estate, if I sell you a house today, the only way I'm getting paid next year is if I sell you another house. Or if I do commercial real estate and get a commercial lease, but usually that's paid for all up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, and and a lot of realtors, they want to be able to say, "Won't you refinance with me?" They can try to
yeah,
make another go round.
yeah.
But let me
So do the
post a
cash
link
out
for this.
refi.
Let me post a link for this credit card. So this is a credit line where it reports to all three, and it's have a situation where $5,000 to $10,000 is reported on your credit. Then I have a couple of other credit cards that are pretty much soft pull, no hard inquiry, or if it is a hard pull, it's a high line of credit. So let me do that, and that's for Maryland. So that's SECU Maryland of Maryland. So that situation is cool. Then we got the no hard business credit funding for all the people that are already in good standing when it comes to the personal. Cool. Got your FICO, get your LLC, your DUNS number, your EIN, your SAM.gov number, your SAMS number. Also, what else? What else you would need? Good matter of fact, good personal to be able to have the PG situation, because I don't think there's no PG. There's going to be some type of personal guarantor. The no PG. And can you please talk on that about the no PG, no personal guarantor? Because I don't think that exists anymore. I don't know. That's just me when it comes to the credit situation. Like, they're gonna need to have somebody being the guarantor.
There's always you're either gonna. It's weird. Like, no PG loans are definitely things like factoring, right? But factoring is expensive ass money. I used to do factoring for a few different companies. One called Premier Capital Funding and one called Empire Funding. The difficulty with factoring is generally they love retail stores more than anything else because they can give you like a credit card processing as well. But the no PG loan is dangerous because with factoring, what they're going to do is they charge you a nominal rate. And the way that they do it is they actually take your money the very next day. So say you come to me for a factoring loan. Okay, cool. And it seems like it's cheap up front because they make the math very difficult to understand. But as soon as I give you the money, the next day I start withdrawing what you owe me back. So you didn't even get the chance to, use your working capital on a no personal guarantor loan, right? And a lot of the times they will re-up once you're halfway paid, and they'll say, hey, we'll give you even more money. Right. Things like what you're talking about, the Secure MD, that's probably a lot better, especially if it's a lower line. But you're always going to have to secure it against something. The no PG loan is secured against your sales. So they'll only give you a percentage of what you've already made. So if you're pumping $25K a month, they'll give you $17,000. Right. So maybe 20,000.
And with that, people, we are gone. Like I said, I'm about to actually do another one in probably about 30 minutes. So stay tuned. It's going to be a breakdown of Alonzo's videos regarding life insurance, because a lot of people I talk to in different spaces and so forth, they want me to actually come on their panels, and I'm going to start doing more panels and everything and breaking this down about life insurance. I'm going to go over there to Art's panel for a minute. And for people that don't know, moving to the brother Art. Oh, Mark is live.
Green's wife, because I thought dumping a hot pot of grits on your husband while he's sleeping on the couch was vicious. Imagine waking up and you can't move and your wife is just taking pieces off of you while going through your phone. Oh, man, this is scary. Hey, I feel like bro on the panel, man, he's scared. This story done scared him straight. He about to be a good man. He about to clean up his act.
Man, that's how watching Snap had me for a minute. That's why I don't eat from women. I don't want shit. I make my own food unless I watch you cook it.
Vicious, man. Uh-oh. Man, I can't even get that in the art because I got Ricky right here. Ricky!
You want to learn how to buy a lot and build a house? Hi, everybody. My name is Jerome Maldonado. Look, I've been developing real estate for...
Get into it. Let's do it. Jacob Paul. Jacob Paul. I got two things to show y'all on this. Where is it at? I had it, but I closed. I don't know why I be closing stuff out. It's just habit when I'm going away from my computer. Okay, this is going to upset a lot of people. It upsetted me. Okay, that's what's up, Kui. She, what's good, my guy? Happy New Year, bro.
In the building. New Year.
Happy New Year to you. right? So let's talk about it, man. Screen cap. Screen cap. Let me get that out the way. Or you know what? I better leave because they be trying to copyright the shit out of people, bro. By this idiot Chris Mannix, bro, who already got roasted by Boo Boo Andre in just a barrage of truth in a
All right, so oh man. See, I can't even keep going. You got Mace on. I gotta click on them. Shout out to the Harris family group.
Give everybody a fresh up on it. Tonight we talking about solutions, y'all. In 2021, we talked a lot about the topics and the different problems that we have in our community and amongst men and women, so on and so forth. So tonight we're going to come forth with some solutions to some of the topics that we touched on previously, and overall topics tonight for us to jump into. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Mrs. Harris, everybody out there, if y'all had a message to Black men and Black women, what would that message be? It could be a collective message, could be individual. Shout out to She. Peace, my brother. Let's get an individual message to the brothers and the sisters. What up, Oz? Welcome back, brother.
My message? Let me just say.
Yeah, what's your message?
You are not alone.
Okay.
In any feeling that you're feeling, what you're going through.
You already understand BTC and you're already using Coinbase, but you're struggling to wrap your head around ETH, DeFi, NFT.
There we go.
No, man.
I'll take my chances. Hey, look, I'll take my chances in court, y'all. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances in court. I'll take the child support. I'll take the chances with child support and all that, bro. I'll take it.
Oh, really? Okay. But anyway, I refuse to do that. Anyway, thank you, Art. And you guys have any last question you want to ask?
We going. Shout out to Art in the building.